I have a crumb.
Do you know what that crumb was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sour cream and onion chip.
Okay.
I'm not gonna eat a strange crumb off my shirt.
I couldn't know. I could never know what you would do. Hello and welcome to Late to School, a Sailor Moon watchcast. I'm Larena.
And I'm Zach, and we are shifting into baby mode. We have a pair of baby-focused episodes.
Yeah, we're watching some episodes of Family Matters this week. That's not true, that was a lie.
No, that's not anime, as far as you know.
Well, no, it's not even by the strictest definition. Or least strict? I don't know how that...
The Japanese definition?
Yeah.
Were you thinking of? Where just any cartoon is anime? Because that's just the word for cartoon?
Mm-hmm. So, the first episode we're watching this week is episode 52, The Targeted Kindergarteners, Venus to the Rescue.
Yeah, it's a Venus-focused episode.
Yeah. This episode was directed by Takuya Igarashi. It was written by Katsuyuki Sumizawa, with animation direction by Taichi Nakamura. It first aired April 24th, 1993 in Japan, and November 17th, 1995 in English. So, this episode opens...
This episode opens in... with Sailor Venus, with Mina.
Our hero.
Our hero, Sailor V. This is original main character privilege that she gets her own episode here. We see her room.
Yeah,
which we see is covered in very big plush toys, which I found very amusing for some reason.
Yeah.
And she wakes up. She is sleeping in bed with Artemis. And she wakes up saying Alan, which is a little callback. And also very, very Usagi-like.
Yes.
Sort of the waking up saying the name of a love interest. And we get a little monologue from Artemis's perspective.
Yeah, well, before we get to that, what state would you say Minako is in right now?
I would see when you say state, I assume you mean sort of temporally.
State of being.
Temporally.
Yeah.
I would say she wakes up and first of all, Artemis just holds her clock while sleeping. Like, she wakes up and then lifts up Artemis and he's holding a clock. And she is dismayed because she is late for school.
Yes.
To school. I fucked up. I fucked it up.
Do you want to give it another go?
No.
Okay.
I will live with this shame.
But we do get sort of narration from Artemis.
Where he's just hi, I'm Artemis.
I'm a male cat.
He does say I'm a male cat. I don't know why he felt the need to specify that.
Well, because, like, the normal narration is, hi, I'm Usagi Tsukino, a 14-year-old middle school student.
That's true. But she says 14-year-old middle school student.
Yeah. I don't know.
She doesn't even say girl.
We can't know how old Artemis is.
They should have just given him an age.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been technically alive, for at least, like, hundreds of years, I'm pretty sure.
I would probably guess longer than that.
Just in a bubble. That still bugs me.
Yeah.
The fucking cat bubbles still bug me.
We can't go back to season 1.
Artemis is talking about Sailor Venus. And is like... He basically explains that he is in the exact same position that Luna is in vis-a-vis Usagi.
Yeah.
With Mina. Which is... He's trying to train her, but she is difficult to train. Which I like. This episode has a lot of parallels between Mina and Usagi.
Yeah.
Including being late to school.
Yeah.
But then we see her get dressed and run to school.
Well,
alongside Artemis.
I guess it's fair to want to brush over the joke that happens here. She's getting dressed, and there's like a shot that has her like her clothes wrapped around her naked body like ribbons.
Yes,
it's very weird.
And
Artemis is looking,
but okay, is not. So Artemis is looking at her.
He's looking in her direction
while his monologue is going. And Mina yells "pervert" and throws clothes at him. But he's not looking at her like that.
No, he's not. But that's how it always is.
Is it?
Often in anime, there is the joke where a male character is watching. Is looking in the general direction of a woman innocently, and she is in some state that she is embarrassed by, and then she yells "pervert" and hurts him.
Okay.
It's a bad trope for a variety of reasons.
But yeah, it's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. I just want to mention it because there's another thing. The beginning of this episode has a weird tone.
Yeah. So we see Mina running to school along with Artemis. And Artemis is running alongside her, and Mina tries to take I think Artemis is explaining, like, she has a lot of, like, hidden power.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she can access it because she's like this. And Mina...
Takes a shortcut,
which is just jumping very high.
She jumps over a brick wall.
Okay. And then lands directly on Artemis.
Yeah, and
killing him instantly.
I don't like pointing this out, to be clear. I am not edified or intrigued by this, but I do want... Because it's so fucking weird. There is a panty shot.
Yes.
We see under Minako's skirt. She is hiding most of her panties, but there is a little bit. And she lands on Artemis.
Yes.
And Artemis is under her skirt.
And Artemis has been killed instantly.
Yeah. Why though? Why this? I don't understand. Fucking Taichi Nakamura. Why did you direct this animation?
You need to direct different animation.
I don't know whose fault this sequence is.
No.
I'm just pointing to the most obvious potential suspect. Yeah, it's weird.
It's very strange.
Because also, the rest of this episode is not like this.
No, not at all. But yeah, Mina, on her way to school, hears a cry for help of sorts, and follows it, and we see a baby.
Yeah,
we see a small girl.
A little kindergartner.
Who is being bullied by some... They look older, maybe?
They're
very much taller than her.
Yeah, I think they're the same age, because I think we see them later.
Okay. By these two boys, who are demanding they show them her badge, which is relevant in a bit.
Yeah,
And she's sort of...
The girl,
the small girl, is not having this, and they make fun of her. And Minako is a superhero, so she cannot abide this. And also just kind of a decent person.
Yeah.
Because, like, don't allow this to happen.
No.
Don't, if you see bullying...
Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah, just don't.
Just don't.
If you see something, say something.
Yeah.
No.
No?
No, that's bad. That's a different one. That's a fucking terrorism thing. Quote unquote terrorism.
Yes. But Minako chides these boys, and they're like, shit, we're gonna get in trouble. Let's blow this popsicle stand. And they leave. And Minako checks on the little girl, who I think we learn is named Mie.
Yes. We learn at some point that her name is Mie, but knowing that now makes it easier.
She's cute. She's got little pigtails.
Yeah.
And she
reveals that her crying was not real.
Yes, her crying was fake, and then she asks that Mina escort her to school.
Mm-hmm.
And Mina's like, well, I can't really. I'm really late for school. And she's like, no, take me now. And Mina's like, I can't. And then she starts crying again.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And then Mina is like, okay,
All right.
sure. And we also see that her badge is a little Sailor Moon badge.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Which is just professional level art. So I just don't know, where'd that come from? Where'd she get that?
You know, it's like that Spider-Man game. The Kingpin just owns all the branding.
The Spider-Man? I don't know.
In the Sony Spider-Man game that came
Yeah.
out almost a year ago.
Marvel Spider-Man.
Yeah. The Kingpin owns all the branding rights for Spider-Man. Which is a very funny joke that I enjoy a lot.
Oh, that's so good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she, I think she takes her to school off screen.
Yeah. I think we see Mina dropping Mie off at school.
Right. And then she starts to run.
Artemis is like, well, we're not gonna make it on time. Do you want to try anyway?
And Mina sighs
Mm-hmm.
and begins running again.
Mm-hmm.
And she meets up with Usagi.
Who is also late.
Yes. They pass on the same sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
And Usagi is like, oh, you overslept too? I wouldn't have expected that from you. And Mina says, well, you know what they say, in spring, no sheep's a sheep that mows no lawn.
And Artemis corrects her.
Uh-huh.
The correct phrase is, in spring, sleeps a sleep that knows no dawn.
One sleeps asleep.
One sleeps asleep, yeah.
It's not that spring itself sleeps asleep.
Right.
And Mina says, I guess you could say it that way too. Which I like her just being sort of fed up with her own running gag.
Uh-huh.
And then they split.
Mm-hmm.
That scene wasn't much for them, but
No.
It's mainly just to have the obligatory running gag.
Uh-huh. And also, I think we switch perspectives to Usagi here.
For a second, yeah.
For like a second.
We see her at school. Actually, no, I think that's after.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. First we see Mina get to her school, which is a very big and fancy school.
Is it?
Yeah. And it's got a clock that's
okay.
ticking ominously to tell us that she's late. Not ticking, chiming.
Right.
And then we cut to Usagi at school wearing a sign that says, I am always late to class.
Yeah.
And standing in the hallway.
Yeah.
Miss Harna.
I feel it's the 90s, you know?
That's no excuse.
It's not an excuse, I'm just saying. The things Miss Harna does are normalized at this time.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully would not be stood for.
Today. Hopefully. And Usagi is approached by Seijiro.
Uh-huh.
Who talks a lot, and I didn't write any of it down as usual.
He says something creepy, I forget what it was.
Yeah, he professes his undying love for
Uh-huh.
Usagi, and asks that they embrace,
Uh-huh.
and stretches his arms out, and when his little shoujo bubbles thing... It's not shoujo bubbles. It's some kind of effect like that, though.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And when it cuts away from that,
Mm-hmm.
Natsumi is in front of Usagi and is like, hey,
what you doing, brother?
What you doing? And he's like, stretching exercises. And he proceeds to stretch his way down the hall away from this situation, which is just a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then Natsumi flips her hair at Usagi.
Uh-huh.
And leaves. And Usagi is like, strangest brother and sister ever.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Yeah, uh-huh.
They sure are.
They sure are.
And then we cut to the roof of the school.
Uh-huh.
Where those two, the aliens,
Mm-hmm.
are discussing just things.
Yeah.
Ail?
Ale.
I forgot. We had a hiatus in between recordings, so I've forgotten characters' names. Ail and An.
Mm-hmm.
Ail is like, okay, we need to work on our next plan for energy. And An is like, hold the fuck up. Before that, though, what was that? What was going on
Mm-hmm.
with Tsukino? And Seijiro is like, I'm glad you asked. It's all part of my plan.
Is it?
Uh-huh. And An is like, what plan? Also, what? And then he changes the subject.
Yeah.
To just,
The energy of children.
The energy of children. We're going after a fresher source.
Fresher, younger source.
Mm-hmm. Of energy. And it's children.
It's little kids. They got a lot of it.
They got a lot of it. That's true.
That is true. I don't know that they necessarily have more than adults.
Yeah.
So much as they don't have as much to spend their energy on.
Yes. And also, adults have been conditioned to suppress their energies.
Uh-huh. So the targeted kindergartners.
The targeted kindergartners are the kindergartners. That's what the title, yeah. They've been targeted.
Yeah, they sure have.
Well, what else? What the fuck did you mean?
I was just saying the title of the episode. Because they're targeting kindergarten.
That's what I was saying!
Okay.
We see Mie and Mina again.
Mm-hmm.
I forget why. I didn't write it down.
Wait. Did we not see, Mina's on her way back from school, right?
Yes.
And she hears Mie crying again because she's being bullied. Or
yes.
She hears Mie getting bullied again. Mie
Yes.
is not crying, I think.
Uh-huh.
I like a kid park.
A kid park.
There's like slide. There's like a slide. And
yeah,
swings.
like at a kid park.
I don't know what to call those.
A park.
But like, not all parks have slides and swings and whatnot, and I needed to because that's important to the visual. They're two boys. I think it's the same two boys, and they're bullying Mie more. Specifically, they're like, Sailor Moon's not real.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And Mie is like, no, she definitely is.
Uh-huh.
You're an idiot.
That's true. It is. She definitely is real.
And then Mina overhears this and arrives.
Uh-huh. And it's like, hey, don't.
Yeah, she tells the boys to scram.
Uh-huh.
The boys insult her.
Uh-huh.
And she tells them to scram.
I believe
even more.
calls her an old maid.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. She's 14.
Yeah, but they're babies.
Yeah, I guess. They leave.
They leave.
The boys leave.
Mina gets very angry.
Uh-huh.
And Mina and Mie, I think we see them hanging out on a bench somewhere. And Mina is trying to cheer up Mie and commiserates with her over Sailor Moon.
Yeah, Mina asks Mie what the boys were bullying her about.
Right.
And Mie mentions that she likes Sailor Moon.
Uh-huh.
And that the boys were saying that Sailor Moon wasn't real.
Mm-hmm. And Mina is like, no. I think we cut forward. Sorry?
Sorry. No, you go.
Okay.
No, I'll go. Sorry.
Okay.
Mina starts off like, no, Sailor Moon is real. You just have to, like, do you believe in Sailor Moon? And Mina's like, yeah. And then Mina's like, well, there you go. She's real. You just have faith, and that's good enough. And then Mie is like, can you come to my show and tell?
Well, first.
Right, first.
First, she asks if Mina has ever seen Sailor Moon.
Right.
And Mina is like, yes, actually, I know her personally.
Which causes Artemis to have a minor heart attack.
And Mie is like, can you come to show and tell that to all the kids so they stop bullying me? And Mina is like, yeah, I can do that. Sure. And Artemis has a second heart attack.
And I think also, I forget how she gets onto this subject, but Mina does mention, also Sailor Venus is cool too, right? And Mie is like, who?
Yeah, Mia has never heard of Sailor Venus.
So at this point now, Sailor Moon is more famous than Sailor V.
Yeah,
Somehow.
somehow.
At least to this particular kindergartner.
Unless, consider,
Mm-hmm.
people don't know Sailor V and Sailor
That's-
Venus are the same person.
Okay, that's valid. That could be
She's
valid.
heard of Sailor V,
Right.
probably, but she doesn't know shit about Sailor Venus.
Right, uh-huh.
Which is really, that's Minako's own damn fault.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And also, there's a very funny line that Mie has,
Mm-hmm.
where when Mina is talking about, yeah, we'll show those kids, we'll teach them to believe in the thing, believe in stuff. And Mie is like, yeah, if they don't start believing now, they're gonna regret it when they grow up and yearn for their lost innocence, right?
And Mina is like, kids these days.
Kids these days. That is that is literally how many kids I've met talk
Really?
around this age. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They will say the weirdest shit.
You might say that they say the darndest things.
Yeah, I was trying not to say that because
Well-
I fucking hate that phrase because it means fucking nothing. What is a fucking? How can one thing be more darned than another? Darndest.
Well,
Get the fuck out of here.
if you're making socks,
Uh-huh.
one of them can be more darned than the other.
I don't think making socks is what darning is.
Is it not?
I don't think so.
I don't know what darning socks is. Shut the fuck up.
I know I know you darn your socks by the door.
Shut up.
I don't remember the rest
Sailor
of the
Moon.
fucking...
R.
The Hell Tree.
Yeah.
We're at the Hell Tree. We see
Uh-huh.
the Hell Tree, and the Ale is like running out of energy again.
Mm-hmm.
They really blow through energy,
Yeah.
and they, summon a Cardian
Mm-hmm.
to drain Kid energy,
Yeah.
and they summon Gigaros.
Yeah. So,
Describe
Gigaros.
Gigaros is an angel. Gigaros is a big winged humanoid
Mm-hmm.
who with spiky hair
Uh-huh.
and not a toga.
I
but
would say a toga. Because here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Gigaros' name
Uh-huh.
is a pun on Icarus.
Oh.
Icarus in Japanese is pronounced as like Ikaros.
Okay.
So, Gigaros.
Okay.
But also...
that wouldn't be a toga, though, because togas are Roman. And
I guess you're right.
I don't expect you to know what the Greek what that Greek article of clothing
Yeah.
is called, though. I don't know it.
Gigaros is a woman, though.
Yes.
Unlike Icarus.
Unlike Icarus. Which is a shame, because Icarus was gay.
Yeah, uh-huh.
For the sun.
Yes. The sun is the next episode. Don't spoil it.
So we see Gigaros, and then we cut to a bus.
Yeah. Like, very quickly we see Gigaros attacking a school bus.
Yes.
That is in, like, a tunnel.
And I don't think it's even in the tunnel yet.
Is it not?
When she attacks.
Okay.
She just lands on the roof and burns a hole through it.
Uh-huh.
And she drains all the Kid energy
Okay.
from the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just so weird to me.
Yeah.
That, you said yeah, I want to know what you think I'm going for
I don't
here.
know, actually.
Okay.
I was just being supportive.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's just so we've talked about the Dark Kingdom's monsters are usually part of some complex plan and of subterfuge. And these guys, the aliens monsters, the Cardians, are just like, bleh, Gigaros! It's just super funny to me that they started with the more complex monsters in season 1 and then transitioned to less complex monsters.
I do think it fits Ail and An's characterization a lot.
Yes.
That they would, not...
Which is that they're dumbasses.
Yeah. And also, they don't want to bother with super complex plans.
Right. They've already devoted themselves full time to their own personal subterfuge.
Their own weird attempts at infidelity.
I was thinking more just the their alter egos as humans. But
no,
yeah, there's also that. They're also putting too much of their personal energy into cheating on each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then we think there's a commercial break, and
Yeah.
then there's a very dynamic and cool shot of the 3 other Guardians that we haven't talked about so far this episode, and Luna looking down at a newspaper.
Yeah.
Showing the bus.
Yeah.
And they're like, God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking monsters attacked again. And this time it was a bus full of children.
Mm-hmm.
But don't worry, because Ami says, Luna, I've calculated what school they're likely to strike next. There's a 67% probability they'll target the students of Shiba Kindergarten. And she's tapping away at her little computer. And how the fuck?
It's moon magic. It's moon science.
It's moon science.
She's Ami. She's the girl genius.
She is the girl genius.
Her IQ is over 9,000.
I forgot that is canonical.
Well, it's canonical that people say it is, I guess.
Yes. She's a fucking Alakazam.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, as these 3 are very urgently discussing this matter and how they have to protect the kids of this school, someone will have to infiltrate the school which is just infiltrate this kindergarten.
Yeah.
The heist of the goddamn century. To protect the kids from devastation. Meanwhile, in this same room, Usagi cracks up laughing at a manga she's reading. And is like, hey, y'all gotta read this. And they all just kind of stare at her. And then just wish her good luck on the mission that she has not been paying attention to, that she has now been assigned.
Mm-hmm.
And then we cut to the kindergarten.
Yep.
Where Mina is there. And they're having show and tell just sitting outside, I guess, because it's a nice day.
No, they're in the classroom. Are they not?
I don't think they're in the classroom. I think they're outside.
Maybe I'm getting this confused with a different episode I watched.
Okay. Yeah, because you've been watching very ahead.
Yeah.
But yeah, she is discussing. She's like, in conclusion, Sailor Moon and Sailor Venus both exist and are very cool. And the kids are still not buying it.
I think it's the same 2 boys.
I think it's most of the kids seem to not be buying it, but these 2 boys are
they heckle her.
And are especially like, one of them is like, you should try to be more realistic and rational. This kid that kid grew up to be Aizawa, Eraserhead.
That's him.
And then the other kid asks Vina, be honest, are you experiencing some hard times?
Yeah.
And Mina's like, why do you ask? And he responds, I suspect you're in denial.
Do the kids you know talk like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kinda. They're less... Most kids I've met are less vindictive than these 2 assholes.
That's fair.
And then the other one says, and I also wrote this down verbatim, adults are really lucky. They get to project all their troubles and confusions on us kids, then they get to run off and play in their own imaginary world. Which is...
I'm not sure what that means.
And also, now I'm not convinced that he doesn't realize she's not an adult.
Right,
Mina is upset by this. But then class is over. And the teacher is like, it's time to go home. Also, I can't ride with you on the bus this time.
Yeah.
And all the kids are very sad about that. Hang on, real quick. I do just want to point out, I love that Mie took a middle schooler to show and tell.
Yeah.
And the teacher was just like, all right.
Yeah.
Sure. A middle schooler you met yesterday? Okay.
I don't know how Mie explained this. I guess we're left to sort of fill in that with our imagination.
Did Mina have to watch all the other kids' show and tell things?
Probably.
Was she just in the corner?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the kids are sad about the bus lady.
Mm-hmm.
And Mina's like, I'll ride with the kids to keep them company. And the teacher is just like, all right.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And Mina internally is like, because I need to convince them that Sailor Moon is real. And also Sailor Venus. And that we're both cool.
Also, a greater thing, I think,
mm-hmm.
that they should have faith in Sailor Moon and Venus.
Mm-hmm. I love that this is the Santa Claus episode.
Basically, yeah.
But with Sailor Moon.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also see, as the kids are loading up on the bus, across a corner, Usagi and Luna. And Usagi is complaining about this mission.
Mm-hmm.
But Luna is like, you're the only one who can use the transformation pen. And I don't know if that's been directly established before.
But I guess it's true.
I guess it's true. I guess it has... The pen is powered by princesses.
Uh-huh. Also, hey.
Uh-huh.
Transformation pen is back.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, we haven't seen it this entire season, huh?
I think the last time we saw it was even before the last arc of the first season.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I guess it's kind of situationally useful.
Yeah.
Especially because Usagi's not a great actor.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she turns herself into a gentle yet stylish kindergarten teacher.
Uh-huh.
Which just gives her, like, pants and a pink blouse and sort of shoulder-length hair.
Uh-huh.
And as the bus is leaving, she asks to be led on. Because
Mm-hmm.
she was just, running late. She's supposed to be on this bus.
Uh-huh.
This teacher, none of the other... Oh, no, she does say she's a substitute.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So that does justify why none of the students are like, that's weird. But she meets with Mina. She's like, oh, hey, Mina.
Mina immediately realizes who
yes.
this is.
Which is almost a shame.
Yeah.
Because it would have been really funny if she didn't recognize Usagi. Especially considering Rei has recognized Usagi in transformation pen mode before. Yeah. Remember when she was Mustache Guy? Giving away, like, fortune cookies or whatever?
I forgot about that.
Just to play matchmaker with Rei and Rei's boyfriend, whose name I fucking forget. Yuichiro. It's been a while. He hasn't shown up this whole season. I don't know if he knows Rei in this timeline yet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they meet on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And then we cut a little while later, and they are discussing, like, gotta be careful.
Mm-hmm.
The monsters coming, probably.
I think before this discussion, we see them singing.
Yes. I think it's over. Like it's over for some reason.
Yeah.
We
They are singing. Did you recognize what they were singing?
The lyrics I certainly didn't recognize because they are in English.
Yeah.
But this is the Sailor Moon theme
They
song.
are singing the Sailor Moon theme, but with poorly
translated?
I don't think poorly translated, but I'm struggling to come up with the right word for it. They don't fit the meter at all.
Okay. It's impressive that I could still recognize the tune.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, Luna was here.
Yeah.
Luna stays behind, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's not on the bus.
Yeah. Why would they let a cat on the bus?
I mean, they did.
Well...
because Artemis is on the bus.
Yeah.
Because Mina is just carrying him everywhere. Artemis has his own seat next to Mie on the bus.
Right, I forgot.
And also, yes, Mina and Usagi are leading the sing-along on the bus. They have microphones.
Mm-hmm.
And then the aliens send Gigaros, who intercepts the bus in a tunnel.
Yeah.
And just fucking crashes through the front windshield. There
is a bus driver who is immediately like, fuck, what the fuck? What's...
And I believe Gigaros just kind of chokes him unconscious.
I think draining his energy in the process.
Probably.
The kids are panicked.
Yes. But, Usagi and Minako try to assure them that the Sailor Guardians will show up. Specifically Sailor Moon, I think they mentioned, will show up to save them.
And then Usagi tries to, like, shoulder... Well,
yes.
okay.
She's like, let's do this, Artemis. And they both charge at Gigaros.
Yeah, Usagi shoulder checks Gigaros
Uh-huh.
and gets swatted out of the way, out of the bus.
Yes.
Which is revealed to be a ruse.
Yes.
Because she lands outside, the doors close, and she's like, damn. All the things I do to be a superhero.
Uh-huh. And then she transforms.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, Artemis is still in the bus and is about to get wrecked by Gigaros.
Uh-huh.
But is interrupted by a speech.
Mm-hmm.
Which is Usagi saying, "Stop right there, you monster! Those children represent our dreams for the future. Plus, we depend on them to take care of us after our retirement. Attacking them is unforgivable."
Usagi, what?
Listen, she's forward thinking. She's
very forward thinking.
Yes. Also, there's a great cut in the middle of her speech here to Gigaros, who is just completely nonplussed, just expressionless.
Mm-hmm.
And she starts, name of the moon, blah, blah, blah. She fights Gigaros and starts getting her shit wrecked, and I think gets knocked back out the bus again. Gigaros follows out the bus, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then Usagi is about to get hit by something.
I think Mina has taken the opportunity in the confusion to escape.
Yes.
And transform.
And Usagi is saved by a crescent beam.
Yeah.
Which sort of knocks Gigaros aside.
But does not seem to have damaged Gigaros much.
No. The kids are very excited to see Sailor Venus, though. And Sailor Moon.
I think Mie is particularly like, oh, that must be the one that Minako was talking about.
Yeah. But yeah, Gigaros just stands up and Crescent Beam didn't even scratch Gigaros, which is highly unusual.
Yeah.
And I believe she tries another Crescent Beam.
She tries like a sequence of Crescent Beams.
Yes, which all get knocked aside or just sort of brushed past, which is demoralizing. But the kids cheer from the bus, saying, "Sailor Moon, Sailor Venus, you can do it!" All together in one voice. And they fight, and Gigaros is about to stab Sailor Venus. Yeah. I believe this is another one with extending claws.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Gigaros doesn't have much going on for her. It's just wings and I guess also claws.
Yeah. That
another monster already had. And Venus is about to be stabbed, but she is saved.
By a white rose.
And just surprisingly...
Not on top of the bus.
Yeah, not on top of the bus. I guess because they already did that imagery with Sailor Venus just a second ago.
Yeah.
Just sort of leaning on the side of the bus.
The Moonlight Knight is here.
And he says... "Once beyond the tunnel of frustration, there is a land of light overflowing with hope. You can overcome any hardship. All you must do is believe in yourself." And Mina is like, "What?" And he continues.
He points to the side, to like off to the side with a rose in his hand, I believe.
Yeah. to the bus. Full of school children. And says, "You both have a powerful ally. Don't you see how their belief in you can give you strength?"
And we see the children who are all, like, staring out of the bus and just chanting in unison, "You can do it, Sailor Moon! You can do it, Sailor Venus! You can do it, Sailor Moon! You can do it, Sailor Venus!"
On repeat. This gives Mina the strength to carry on. And she... has a speech.
Her crescent wand, her only light.
What?
That's the song from the Deke dub.
Oh.
The last episode. Give me the strength to carry on.
Right. Right. She tells Gigaros, "The children taught me a lesson today." Sorry, that was me. "Believing in yourself is what's important, and that's what I'm gonna do to protect them." And she goes Super Saiyan.
Her hair starts to float up.
Listen, I can't do a good yelling delivery.
Fair. And she has unlocked a new ability.
Yes. which thankfully... The best thing about the calling the name of your attacks is that we immediately learn the names of every move used by the characters. And she yells, Crescent Beam Showers.
Shower. Only one.
Okay.
And she does Crescent Beam, but it, like, splits.
Yeah.
Into a barrage.
This is the enhanced DPS version of Crescent Beam. And hits multiple times. It's Fury Swipes. That's one.
That is one.
That's one that does that.
It rains down on Giguros. And this gives Sailor Moon the opportunity to do her finishing move.
Yeah, which is Moon Princess Halation.
Yep.
Which I think this is the second time we've seen that.
I guess so, yeah.
I think the last episode we did was the Cherry Blossom episode. Yes. I could be wrong.
Yeah?
I can't remember. It's been a while again.
Yeah.
But yeah, Moon Princess Halation.
And Giguros cleansing.
Yeah.
Turns back into a card. Destroyed.
Is destroyed. And the Moonlight Knight says, who has been doing nothing since he threw that rose, and gave encouraging words.
Yeah.
Says, well done. You have discovered the importance of believing in yourself. Adieu.
And he fucks off.
And Usagi is like, I love him. And Venus is like, wait, what the fuck did I just do? What the fuck is Crescent Beam Shower?
Yeah.
And Artemis is like, it's one of your hidden powers. You unlocked it. So, I guess Venus leveled up through the power of children believing.
Yeah, of course.
And believing in herself.
Yeah.
So this establishes a new sort of thing about hidden powers.
Yeah.
That the Sailor Guardians can have. And then denouement. We see Mina and Mie on that bench again, just hanging out. And Mie is like, it was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon is literally real. And also Sailor Venus, and I think I'm becoming a Sailor Venus fan. And Mina is excited about that. And then the episode ends.
Yeah. There isn't much of a denouement. We kind of just spend a lot of time on the fight and the prelude to the fight.
Right.
But yeah. Venus has a new power.
Venus has unlocked Crescent Beam Shower.
Which is sort of a precedent for the next few episodes.
Yes, it seems like it.
Yeah, so...
yeah, that's your
job. Sorry. There isn't much of a denouement, so it's kind of weird.
It doesn't feel like we've ended that part. On to the next episode.
Which is episode 53, Mamoru and Usagi's Babysitting Mayhem. I love that these are just sitcom episodes. It was directed by Yuichi Endo, written by Sukahiro Tomida, with animation direction by Kazuko Tadano. It first aired May 1st, 1993 in Japan, and November 20th, 1995 in English.
And we sort of start immediately with some images of babies.
Yeah. We see a lot. These are babies.
Yes, these are literal babies.
These are
not kindergartners. These
kids are like
infants,
2 years old at most.
Yeah, and we hear Ail's voice saying, "Human babies are full of strong, fresh energy."
They just were like, kids weren't enough, man. Babies,
what if we go to another?
What if we went younger?
What if we went even younger? I dread to think what the next episode is like.
Oh.
Welcome to Sailor Moon R Death Stranding edition.
But yeah, baby energy.
There is just literally just says the line. So our next target is babies.
Yep.
Which
also, for the record, last episode of the podcast, I said that the kindergarten episode was an episode I remembered liking a lot,
Uh-huh.
I think I was thinking of this episode.
Okay.
I do like the kindergarten episode, but this episode in particular.
This episode is really good.
Babies.
And then Ail, he draws the cards.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, select a suitable Cardian to accomplish our baby energy plan. Which...
God.
Our baby energy plan. God, I love Monsters, Inc.
And
On literally just goes, sure!
Picks a card.
Which is really funny to me. And it's Cardian Amaterasu.
Yeah, Amaterasu is the Cardian this week.
Uh-huh. The wolf from Okami.
No. I mean, no.
I mean, that is Amaterasu.
That is Amaterasu, but also the Shinto goddess of the sun.
Also the Shinto goddess of the sun. Why is she a wolf in that game?
I don't know.
Is that a plot thing?
I don't know.
They need to remake that game for Switch. Amaterasu here just is a lady.
Yeah.
She's just kind of a purple lady.
Like she is.
Like she is.
Like the real Amaterasu
the goddess.
Shinto belief is.
So now we're Persona.
Yeah.
Now
I don't understand.
Persona levels.
I'm gonna have some more problems with the fact that this Cardian is called Amaterasu later.
She is the goddess of the sun, though.
Uh-huh.
Which is demonstrated on her card also.
Uh-huh.
There's a little sun behind her. And then we cut to a daycare.
A daycare, yeah.
Where
a mom is picking up her baby.
Yes. I believe says the baby's name is Monami?
Monami, yeah. They say Manami consistently in this episode, which is not correct, I think.
Okay.
But yeah.
And we also see Usagi and Ami are here. And they're just sort of passing by.
They're passing by
and they're like, babies.
Holy
adorable.
Shit, look at how cute that baby is.
Look at that baby.
They
get a load of that baby.
Yeah. They're like, oh, what's her name? And the mom is like, oh, Monami.
Mm-hmm. Which is funny and also very respectable for reasons we'll get into later.
Yeah.
Her response there. I mean, the baby's name is Monami. That is not a lie.
Right.
But the main thing here is as this is occurring, Amaterasu is here.
Amaterasu appears in the sky.
Yeah. And yells, Amaterasu! And drains the energy of...
Importantly, what happens to the sky?
Turns like red?
It turns like dark red.
Yeah. She's using the sun to drain...
I guess.
You know how the sun absorbs energy?
Yeah. But yeah, she drains all the baby energy.
All the baby energy and also the energy of all the adults working at the daycare and this lady who is clutching...
The lady, like...
The Monami.
Tries to protect Monami.
Yes.
And succeeds.
Yes. And then Amaterasu disappears.
And Ami and Usagi are like, oh shit, what
the fuck? But thankfully, Mamoru is also here.
Yeah.
He just also happened to be passing by. He literally just sort of slides in off frame.
And it's like, call an ambulance. Like, literally slides in and is immediately like, hey, call an ambulance. I guess missed Amaterasu.
Yeah. Just sees all these knocked out babies and people.
You know how babies aren't people?
You know how babies aren't people? But yeah, then we see them all riding in an ambulance together, which I feel like would never happen in the United States, but maybe this is a cultural thing. Along with the knocked out lady and Monami, who's in a little baby hold.
Oh boy.
It's not a crib, to be fair.
No, it's like a bassinet, right?
Sure. I was gonna call it a baby tray, but I like yours better.
Baby tray is also something in Death Stranding.
And then while this is happening, I think we cut back to the aliens.
The Makai tree.
Who have received energy from Amaterasu and are like, cool.
Cool, dope.
But Ail is like, we have to proceed with caution. You know the Sailor Guardians have a way of showing up when you least expect it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really funny to me,
Mm-hmm.
considering they were there at Amaterasu's thing. And then we cut back to a hospital.
Uh-huh.
Where, I believe a doctor is there explaining some shit to...
The babies will be unconscious for like a week.
Yes.
They won't be able to go home for like a week.
Yes, with the exception of Monami.
Yeah, who was fine.
Who was fine because Monami's mom protected her.
Yeah.
But there's a problem.
There is a problem.
Monami's father is away on work.
Uh-huh.
And will not be available to take care of the baby while baby is awake and mom is asleep.
Yeah, mom is going to be unconscious for like 3 days.
Uh-huh.
Which makes sense, I guess. I guess adults are generally better at recovering than babies are.
Yeah, sure.
Also, though, why can't Monami stay at the hospital? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's not...
I don't want to CinemaSins, but...
Right, that is kind of weird. Because that does mean that... Okay, let's just describe what happens here, which is Mamoru volunteers.
Yeah.
He's like, I will take care of this baby.
Uh-huh.
Someone's got to take care of this baby. I'm going to take care of this fucking baby. And Ami is like... Ami and Usagi are both like, are you sure?
You sure about that?
And then also Monami, meanwhile, starts crying.
Uh-huh.
And Usagi starts trying to cheer Monami up. And Ami points out to Mamoru, babies have a lot of needs, and they're still discovering themselves. But they can't communicate yet, so it's tough to tell what exactly they're crying about. Which, same.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely mood.
Is that true? Are you saying that's true of you?
Yes. No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally all of that.
Alright. I was making a joke. I didn't realize I actually understood what you meant.
Yeah. But yeah, Mamoru is insistent, like, hey, someone's got to take care of this fucking baby. Mm-hmm. And it can't be the hospital, I guess. And Usagi is like, I'll help too. Mm-hmm. Someone's got to take care of this baby. Mm-hmm. I do like that there is never any suggestion that this is, like, Usagi... This is not ulterior motives. This is, like...
I don't... So, she does, like... There are moments where she's, like, watching Mamoru hold Monami and, like, blushing.
Yes.
And it's clearly like, oh, man.
But
that's hot.
Uh-huh. I don't like that phrasing for that in that context.
Listen. Some people are attracted to a man who is a good dad.
Okay, yes. I don't like to think that it's a sexual thing.
I guess.
But
to be clear, when I say some people, not me.
No?
Don't like dads.
You just don't like dads at all, though.
Not really.
Not even good dads.
No.
Feel dad-phobic of you, but alright.
Well, dads don't have rights.
But, my thing was, like, Usagi is not volunteering for this for that reason.
No, she does genuinely seem sincere in wanting to help take care of Monami.
Yes. And she's like, and Ami can help too. And Ami is like, no.
No, can't do it.
And she specifically says that she wouldn't feel right crowding you.
Uh-huh.
Which I feel like is extremely just, like, Usagi doesn't have any ulterior motives.
Ami
does.
Ami is hella ulterior motives in this episode.
Yes. Ami thinks about getting Mamoru and Usagi to take care of a baby together. And is like, my ship. Excellent.
Uh-huh.
It's really funny to me.
It really is, yeah.
There's no other reason. She does not say,
no,
like, oh, I have to study, which is her go-to. Mm-hmm. And also, I suspect a lie a lot of the time.
Really? I think it's true all the time.
I mean, the thing is, study and leisure for her are basically the same most of the time, so it's hard to tell what, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Mamoru and Usagi have agreed, taken it upon themselves to watch this baby.
Yes.
Don't know how they
got the rights to do that.
Yeah.
Guardian's asleep.
Guardian is asleep. Other Guardian is in a different country.
Mm-hmm.
maybe they call...
Hospital is just like, okay, take this baby.
Fucking maybe the hospital called the dad and was like, hey, these kids came
children
here and
are
wanted
like...
to watch your baby. Is that cool? And dad was like, yep, dope. That's great. Fucking love that shit.
Oh. Also, there is a point here where this scene establishes that we are going to have access to Monami's internal monologue.
Yeah,
which in this point is just like, I don't want to hang out with these guys. I just want to hang out with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why Monami is crying.
Mm-hmm. I believe Monami's internal monologue and also like Monami's babbles are Stephanie Sheh, are Usagi.
Are they? Okay, I thought so. I was like, I know this voice, and it was from this show. But yeah, then we cut to Mamoru's house, Mamoru's apartment.
Yeah,
where they are taking care of Monami, and Mamoru is being cute with Monami, and Usagi appreciates that the cuteness. But then Monami begins to cry.
Yeah. And
they're like, why would this be? Maybe hungry. Babies cry when hungry, yes? So then Usagi runs to the kitchen. And
to prepare some formula.
And struggles with preparing the formula. I think meanwhile inside Monami's head, Monami is like,
I peed myself. You fucking idiots. Can't you tell?
And then Usagi comes over with the formula she has haphazardly prepared and tries to offer it to Monami and is like, why is she not taking it? And then just has herself a fucking sip of baby formula out of this bottle. Usagi, a 14-year-old girl, just has herself a sip out of this formula bottle and is like, this isn't bad.
This may be this may only be relatable to me, because I have babysat before, and I have run into this problem where I was like, oh, are you hungry? You want some bottle? You don't want the bottle. Why? Does it taste bad? And you do... I did try the bottle to be like, does it taste bad? No, it tastes fine. What's wrong?
Now, when you say try the bottle...
Yeah.
Because this is the whole rest of this episode, I want to be clear, of the show, is just us talking about the fact that you've done this thing.
Yeah.
When you say try the bottle, do you mean, like, taste the nipple?
No, I unscrewed the top and drank it. Because I didn't want to, like, get germs on the baby if I had germs.
That's fair.
Which is not what Usagi does.
No, she's not that forward thinking.
What?
I can't believe.
What?
I can't.
We have to record a podcast. You can't die.
You drank baby formula.
I needed to know if there was something wrong with it, and I was the only person, besides the baby, who we've established are people.
I'm sorry. Was it good?
No, it wasn't. I mean,
okay.
It didn't taste weird. It just tasted like formula, you know?
Well, how am I supposed to know what that tastes like?
It tastes like fake milk.
Okay. I also don't fully know what that tastes like, but, I can guess.
Yeah. Imagine, like, almond milk is kind of what it tasted like. And I don't like the taste of almond milk very much.
Okay. But yeah, it's not formula.
The formula is not the problem.
And Mamoru is like,
I suspected this. And he rushes over to he's like, oh, yep, peed herself.
Yep. And Usagi is like, I'll do it. I can do it.
Mamoru tries to, and she's like, no, this is a job for a woman.
But
presumably because she at this moment believes that Monami is a girl.
Yes.
But turns out,
believes is the key word there, because she is surprised to see
that Monami has a wee-wee.
Yes. That is Usagi's words exactly. Which we also see.
We do see, which is fucking surprising, honestly.
I guarantee you that shot's not in the Deke dub.
Oh, absolutely not. There are a lot of shots from this episode that are not in the Deke dub at all.
Really?
Yeah.
I can think of some later.
Yeah,
never mind. Yep. But yeah, they gave Monami is a girl's name, which is why they assumed Monami was a girl. So,
and to be clear, the episode is not like being like, oh, Monami has a wee-wee, so Monami is a boy. Monami's internal monologue does assure us that he self-identifies as male.
Yes.
I mean, Mamoru and Usagi do make that assumption.
We've discovered the first cisgender baby. It's a miracle of science.
Yeah.
Which is not to say which is not to suggest that all babies are trans.
No. But babies, turns out babies don't really think about their gender.
Babies don't think about
Babies
gender.
don't really think about much.
They think about food and cry. But yeah, then the diaper is changed, and Monami begins crying again, and Usagi's like, "What the fuck now?" And Mamoru's like, "Well, now maybe hungry," and feeds Monami the bottle, which again, Usagi has drank out of from the pseudo nipple, which is not sanitary, but you know. And then Monami's internal monologue says, "Thanks, Mr. Purple Pants."
Yep.
I also would argue that most babies do not have a concept of pants.
Yeah, or purple.
Or purple. I mean, or words, but,
words. Most babies do not have an internal monologue.
This is just the fucking Look Who's Talking episode.
Basically, yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
Me neither. I don't know why I agreed with you.
Do you not know the premise of that movie?
I assume it's about babies talking.
It's about it's a baby.
They're precocious. Probably. The babies probably say some shit that babies don't say.
Yeah. In internal monologue, to be clear.
Okay.
It's not baby geniuses, in which the babies do literally just talk.
It's not Rugrats?
It's not, Rugrats they communicate with each other, but are incapable of...
Right, except for Chucky.
Chucky and Angelica.
Yeah. Angelica, who is much older than the other characters.
Yes. Welcome to our Rugrats Watchcast. We told you it was the baby episode.
Welcome to Season 5 of Late to School, where we cover All Growed Up.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's not the title.
That's the title of the movie, I believe.
Oh, you're right. That is the title of the movie. All Grown Up is the title of the,
Yeah.
That wouldn't be a whole season, though. Unless we did do a whole season talking about one movie, which would be just fucking the worst idea of all times ourselves. And then Usagi and Mamoru get into an argument over expecting the baby to do things that babies don't do. Which both of them do simultaneously to each other, basically. Mamoru tries to get Monami to say Mamoru, and Usagi's like, he's way too young to talk. And then she's like, tries to get him to walk.
Yeah. Which, I want to say, don't do that. The parents want to see that shit.
Yeah, And Mamoru is like, you dumbass. He's too young to walk. And they yell at each other. And it's a weird argument.
Yeah.
And then we see Usagi on her way home. Walking across a bridge, and she's like mad at Mamoru for always, I can't remember her exact phrasing, but dissecting everything she says. And then she stops being mad and just sort of waits on the bridge and is instead sad because she's worried that she just can't ever get along with Mamoru.
And then commercial break.
And then we see the next day, Mamoru and Usagi are both walking Monami in a little stroller.
Yeah.
I think Mamoru has a bunch of shit that he's bought for a bunch of baby stuff. And then across the street.
Yeah.
Behind the soda machine that is stocked with Toke.
Is it? I did not pay any attention to this soda machine.
Cans of Toke in
Okay.
this soda machine.
Mm-hmm. That's... It's legal now.
Toke is Coke, but they made it out of marijuana instead of cocaine. It was for very different medicinal purposes originally. It doesn't have the weed in it anymore, obviously.
No, of course not. Mainly because people realized you cannot grind weed down enough to be good in a soda.
Yeah, it was original Toke was chunky, to say the least.
I've never tried. I have never owned a weed, so I don't know. Maybe that's not true. Please don't correct me.
I bet some people are at this very moment are starting a startup business where they put CBD oil in soda.
Oh yeah, I guess the oil. You could do the oil,
which would not get you high. That's because that's not how that works.
No, it doesn't.
No, which is why it's funny whenever there's so many businesses now that are like, oh, we have a CBD burger. It's called the Blaze Burger or whatever, and it's like it's not. It's just CBD oil. It's not
Does
gonna
it taste like anything?
I don't know.
Okay, I guess, yeah.
I honestly have no idea. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't, but mainly because I don't eat at Carl's Jr. because I don't hate myself.
Yeah, that's fair. That's absolutely fair.
Anyway, Natsumi is behind the Toke machine.
Natsumi is here.
She's behind the Toke machine, and she...
Sorry, you know those oxygen bars? That's what you call it when someone spikes it with marijuana. Okay,
I was gonna say it was this is not even slightly accurate for a myriad reasons, but I wanted to make the joke that the Toke machine was my nickname in high school.
The Toke machine is what I call my van.
We are spending too much time on this joke.
It's fine. But yes, Natsumi is waiting.
They put it in the show. It's their fault.
Yeah.
Natsumi is there and is like, Mamoru and Tsukino.
Mm-hmm.
They have a baby. What the fuck?
What the fuck's up with that?
She literally is like, I can't believe they consummated their love already. And then meanwhile, also appearing, Jupiter and Ami. Jupiter? Mako.
Mako and Ami are
She is Jupiter. You know what I mean. Mako and Ami Mako, Ami, and Mina, I think.
Yes, yeah.
And Mina is like, Usagi, you and Mamoru had a baby? And Usagi's like, no! What? No!
And...
but
I think Mako is immediately like, calm down. Do you really think that we would believe that you somehow had a baby with Mamoru since the last time we saw you?
And I feel like I would buy if Mina did. I would buy that.
You think You think Mina doesn't know where babies come from?
I don't know if Mina knows.
She's the goddess of love, though.
Love doesn't have to include making babies.
I guess that's true. It often does in depictions of the goddess of love.
That's true. Although I feel like she doesn't have a ton of children. Venus/Aphrodite.
Yeah, true.
Aeneas.
Yeah.
Has him. And Eros.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
You got me on my bullshit. Meanwhile, Ami whispers to Usagi, so Mamoru doesn't hear. Hey, we gotta see about that Cardian.
Yeah, we're gonna meet at Ray's place.
Yeah. Also, Ami knows the word Cardian? I don't remember how they learned that, or if the aliens mentioned it.
Yeah.
Or if she just knows that, because...
Yeah. Her IQ is over 9,000?
Could be.
Could be.
Could be that. But yeah, they leave.
Mm-hmm.
And Usagi... I think Usagi also is like...
gotta go, Mamoru.
I gotta go. Something urgent came up. And Mamoru seems fine with it. He doesn't. I don't think he comments or anything.
Natsumi, watching, is like, yes, my chance.
And then we cut to Ray's place.
Ray is
doing the thing.
Seeing through the flames.
And we see Amaterasu. We
see Amaterasu.
Mm-hmm.
And
in the flames.
Ray says,
Uh-huh.
"Ah, I've seen this before on a tarot card."
Yeah, she looks similar to a tarot card.
The sun card.
The sun card. The sun arcana.
She goes on to explain the meaning, but before, just real quick.
Yeah.
Rei is a Shinto shrine maiden. I would be inclined to believe that she recognizes Amaterasu perhaps from her religious beliefs and not just from tarot cards.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And then she also shows the tarot card in the flames.
Uh-huh.
And, so I wrote down what she says here, which is, she looks very similar to a sun tarot card I've seen before. In tarot, the sun arcana signifies contentment, a happy marriage, and love.
And the other girls are like, oh, that sounds nice.
Mm-hmm. But then Rei is like, however... When reversed, the sun card signifies a different outcome, a broken engagement, marital woes, loneliness, and failure. And the girls are like, well, that's less good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I wanted to look up if that's true.
Yeah.
Do you know off the top of your head?
I think that's generally
the sun can represent
true.
that?
I mean, like, tarot can mean a lot of things, and
right.
especially, like, depending on, like, where you're getting your readings from.
Mm-hmm.
Like, different decks will often have different interpretations as
right.
well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of that is often true of the sun card.
All right. I'll buy it since my tarot expert says it checks out. And then Mako and Mina just kind of tease Usagi about something. I forget exactly what, and then she just leaves. And then after Usagi leaves, Rei is like, well, let's go find this cat. Let's go find this Sun Card character I've never seen before elsewhere other than Sun Tarot. Meanwhile, Mamoru is taking care of Monami. And Natsumi crashes the party.
Natsumi decides to sluice right in.
What?
I don't know.
Sluice?
Is that not the thing that Shaggy says? Swoosh right in.
What are you talking about?
The meme with Shaggy Norval Shaggy Rogers from Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Incorporated.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Scooby-Doo, where are you? It's a meme. He's like, I guess I'll just swoosh right in.
I don't remember. I've never seen that meme before.
I'll show it to you.
That sounds like a good meme. But yeah, she swooses and or sluices right in.
Just wanted to say some dumb shit. I didn't realize.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you've introduced me to the dumb shit, is the thing. Natsumi is, while Mamoru is in the kitchen preparing shit for Monami, Natsumi is like, oh, I'll help. I can take care of baby. How hard baby be to take care of, human baby. And Monami immediately is like, God, fuck this lady.
I don't like this lady.
I hate this. This lady gives me the creeps.
I think Natsumi is trying to change Monami's diaper.
Yes, Monami. I think that's something that Mamoru has been working on and has left Monami pantsless. And Monami takes his opportunity to piss upon Natsumi's face.
Pisses straight on her face.
And Natsumi is furious.
This is one of the things that was cut from the Deke dub.
Yeah, I would figure. And then Usagi shows up. And as Natsumi is, I think, still carrying Monami. Or no, she's handed off Monami to Mamoru, who has appeared. And Usagi is like, Natsumi, what the fuck are you doing here? And Natsumi is still just upset and is about to leave, and then Monami, from just taking a long shot from Mamoru's arms, just 360 no-scopes Natsumi again. With piss. And Natsumi is once again very upset. How many... I mean, he wouldn't be able to say this, because for one thing, he's a baby who can't talk. And another thing, he doesn't know that she's an alien. but how many kids would get to be able to say, I pissed on an alien invader trying to take over the world?
Oh, not many.
They're not really trying to take over the world,
He
but
does.
you know.
Specifically, he's like, this girl seems like a big fake.
Yeah, Which I love the idea, but more than any of the things we've mentioned a baby having concepts of so far, I love the idea of a baby having a concept of deception and being a fake asshole. But yeah, meanwhile, Usagi, I think, starts chewing out Mamoru for letting Natsumi in here, and they start arguing. And meanwhile, Manami has been left upon the floor, and they look, and Manami is walking.
Manami is walking.
Has taken his first steps. So yeah, the mom just doesn't get to see the first steps. Which maybe, they can just not tell her.
Yeah, they can just not
tell her about that.
Yeah.
Just
don't tell them.
What she doesn't know won't hurt her. But they are both extremely excited, and I love how they're excited together. Like, it's very cute. It's like it's after the VR theater or whatever. This is another really good bonding moment for Usagi and Mamoru.
Yes, absolutely.
Just their mutual unbridled joy and
seeing
excitement.
This baby walk.
Yeah. And then Ami is here and is like, Usagi, hey, we gotta fucking go.
Well, also, it is still in shipping Mamoru and Usagi mode.
Yes, He's like, oh, hey, you two.
What's going on?
What's going on here? I hope I didn't interrupt anything.
But then
is like, oh, hey, by the way, we gotta kill a monster.
Yeah, let's go, Usagi.
And Usagi then is like, another urgent thing came up. I gotta fucking go. And then we see a daycare where this time, okay, it's a similar daycare. There's like a yard where the babies are all hanging out in. But the thing about it is, note how I phrased that. The babies are all hanging out in the yard.
Yeah, are there not any adults?
There are no adults visible here.
I didn't notice that.
They're just they just left these babies out in the yard and to graze. You know,
you gotta let the babies out to graze.
This is not a daycare in the traditional sense. This is a Pokemon daycare.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Yeah.
But yeah, Amaterasu appears in the sky again above this daycare yard and goes, Hamaiterasu!
Yep.
She pronounces it differently every time.
Yeah.
And starts to, drain the energy. But then, the Sailor Guardians are here. Not all of them. Mina, Mako, and Rei. Or rather, Sailor Venus, Sailor Jupiter, and Sailor Mars are on the scene. And I believe it's Mars who says, we cannot allow you to prey on the young, taking life energy from babies. And Mako says, you're the worst monster we've had yet. Which is fair.
Yeah. And say what you will about the Dark Kingdom, they never really...
They did prey on middle schoolers, but they never preyed on babies.
Not babies.
Babies is pretty, that's cartoon evil.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a cartoon, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then Amaterasu makes bubbles around the babies.
Yeah.
And lifts them up around her to form a shield of babies.
Yes. So that the Guardians won't attack her.
And the Sailor Guardians are like, God, that's fucking bullshit. That's really shitty. And then Amaterasu yells, Amaterasu! Really fast. And starts trying to drain the Sailor Guardians also of energy.
Yep.
But then we see Sailor Moon's transformation sequence. She's not here yet, but she's, And also Sailor Mercury's transformation sequence. Which is the same as it's been since the last season, I think.
Yeah,
Where Sailor Moon got the new one,
Yeah.
And then I think Usagi probably has a speech or something, and I didn't write down what it was.
Okay, it's fine.
they're here to fucking whip ass. And Amaterasu is like, Amaterasu! And just starts trying to drain their energy also.
Uh-huh.
But they are saved by a white rose.
Yeah.
Which I forget where it lands exact. I think it just distracts Amaterasu. Sorry, Hamaterasu. And guess who's here?
The Moonlight Knight.
It's the Moonlight Knight. Again, I don't think he's on something high up this time.
No.
I think he just walked into the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he vaulted over it. That sounds in character. But he says, weekends are when families should be enjoying time together. I can't allow monsters to ruin that special moment. Which I feel like this speech maybe needs some work.
Maybe.
Contextually, because, again, as we have established, the babies are just hanging out together in the baby pit, where you put the babies, the baby pit. Not really a lot of family hanging out here on this weekend, unless this isn't a daycare and is in fact a private residence that just has a lot of babies and parents who are inside right now.
Oh, I don't think that's true.
Well,
it could be though.
And the Sailor Guardians are excited that the Moonlight Knight has appeared,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like at this point they should really expect him to show up at some point. He then continues.
Uh-huh.
He has a second speech.
Uh-huh.
He workshopped that first one, and he's back with a new one. Babies are life's treasures. They will respond to your love with a smile that is to die for. Which also, I think he's out of his element here.
Yeah.
He's having trouble improving
Yeah.
a speech about babies.
He isn't Mamoru.
He's not Mamoru. Although I would say Moonlight Knight is maybe better at speeches than Mamoru.
Right, I'm saying Mamoru clearly is sincerely...
Oh, yes. Uh-huh. Would have a lot of very sincere things to say about how great babies are.
Mm-hmm. Maybe not like...
And about protecting them from Amaterasu, the goddess of the
right.
sun.
Maybe not like this isn't a thing he's thought about before, but now that he's spent time with Monami,
yeah. He's like, babies
he has
kick
discovered
ass.
the joy of babies.
The joy of babies. That's my favorite show with baby Bob Ross. Which is a very funny mental image.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, Ami is also incensed
Uh-huh.
by the babies.
Well,
Is incensed by this abuse of babies.
yes.
And says, "You monster! Using those babies as a human shield to protect yourself is unforgivable! Now I'm mad!" And Ami uses a hidden move.
Bubble spray. Freezing.
She's always got to have the pause.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, she freezes Amaterasu solid.
Yeah.
The goddess of the sun.
Well, I think that's maybe why? Because, cold beats hot. I don't know.
Cold does not beat hot.
It could.
You've played a Pokemon.
Yeah.
And Sailor Moon is like, "Hey, what the fuck was that?
Hey,
you
Mercury,
can do that?"
You can do that?
And she's like, "I guess. I just got so mad.
I was so mad about the babies.
I got so mad I just said some bullshit and it happened."
Mm-hmm.
But then is like, "She's probably gonna unfreeze pretty quick. You should do your thing."
Mm-hmm.
And Usagi does. She does Moon Princess Halation.
Yeah.
It's the cadence of it is hard for me to get used to.
Yeah.
Because it ends so similarly to Moon Healing Escalation.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But yeah, Moon Princess Halation. And then Amaterasu is cleansed.
Mm-hmm. Fucking cleanse the sun goddess.
Cleanse the sun goddess. And then, again, Moonlight Knight, just really struggling with this, just goes, "A child understands, a whole lifetime of caring, and dear mother's love. Adieu."
Just fucks off.
Which that doesn't mean anything.
He just strung some words together.
There's no mothers in this scene.
There's a mother in this episode.
There's a mother in the episode, but he didn't meet her. I think. Again, I don't think he's Mamoru. It's weird. But yeah. So they've beaten Amaterasu. Mm-hmm. The babies are fine. Mm-hmm. They are released from their bubbles. And then denouement. Mm-hmm. We see Mamoru and Usagi meeting up with Monami's mom.
Yeah, at the hospital.
Who's home. No, I think it's...
Is it not?
I think it's at home. It's at Mamoru's place. I'm pretty sure, at his apartment.
There's like an awning. That looks like it would have been a hospital, but it could also be an apartment.
It doesn't particularly matter exactly.
Yeah.
But they are meeting. Monami's mom has been released early. Mm-hmm. I say released like she's been imprisoned.
I mean, that's what did you say?
Is that what you say?
When someone is released from the hospital, yeah.
Okay. It's such a weird phrase.
It is.
But yeah, she's home early. Mm-hmm. And thanks these strangers who she probably just learned the names of. For watching her child. And is taking Monami, taking Monami home, and Mamoru and Usagi are like, "Oh, we're gonna miss him." And Monami, I think as Mamoru is like trying to like tickle him, Monami says, "Mamoru," and then looks at Usagi and says, "Usagi."
And then
Monami and his mom leave.
And Mamoru and Usagi are left stunned. And they're like, Did he say our names?
He said our names.
And then they just very excitedly are like, he said our names! He said our names! He talked!
They like clutch hands together and jump up in the air. Mamoru, a 17-year-old boy, individual, says in tandem with Usagi, a 14-year-old girl, "Yay!"
It's so cute.
It's very cute. It's impressive that they got that line read to work. Also, it's very good. Mm-hmm. I love this is again we get more of Mamoru. We've got more of Mamoru in this season so far. That is not just being kind of a snarky asshole or being Tuxedo Mask.
Yeah.
Or being confused about his weird princess memories. It's we get to see him. He's really competitive. And also he loves babies.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of the episode.
Yeah. Next time.
Yeah. Next time there's a festival going on at Ray's school.
Yeah.
And
she's gonna sing.
Ray is gonna have a concert. She's gonna sing. We see Ray in a cute outfit, and Usagi over the talking about the next time on is just excited for the food. Which,
yeah,
that's fair.
So I want to say this first.
Okay.
It's fucking weird that this is the episode where Ami gets her special power, because she's barely in it.
Yeah.
This episode is mainly about Mamoru and Usagi, they're even the ones in the title.
Yes.
And it's clear that the next episode is going to be pretty much about Ray, because her name is in the title. And the episode after that is going to be about Mako.
Okay.
Which I don't think is a spoiler, because you can just go and see it.
I was gonna say, it seemed like maybe the Minako episode was Minako focused in part to set up the idea of the hidden powers. But then if the rest are like that, and the Ami one is the weird outlier, then that is strange.
It's very weird, because it is, I think, it's been a while since I watched this season, but
it's that is weird.
It's very weird.
It's kind of a shame also, because that means we get kind of cheated out of an extra Ami-focused episode. And I like Ami.
Yeah.
Ami's great. But we do get a lot of great Ami moments in this episode, which is mainly her shipping Usagi and Mamoru. But seemingly without Usagi fully realizing that's what's going on, which is extra funny to me, I think.
Yeah.
Or if she realizes it, she's just fine with it. It's a lot of fun. And also, she's just way into fucking babies.
Yeah.
She just likes babies.
They're the future.
They'll take care of her after she's gone into retirement. This monster put a bunch of babies in bubbles and then use them as a human shield.
Mm-hmm.
That's worthy of a new hidden talent where you freeze a motherfucker.
It is.
Also, she can freeze a motherfucker
She
now,
can freeze a motherfucker
which
now.
they did show her freezing stuff before in season 1.
Did they? I don't remember that. Okay, well.
She freezes bombs in the, I believe it was the episode where Nephrite gets turned into star confetti.
Right. I will say, these new powers.
Yes.
Crescent beam shower, bubble spray freezing, and the ones Rei and Mako will get. They are, I believe, unique to the anime. They are not in the manga.
Okay. That I'm not fully surprised by that because it seemed like we've mentioned this arc is unique to the anime. Yes,
this arc is completely original to the anime.
How much longer do we have in this arc also?
So we have 7 more episodes, I think.
Okay.
This arc is 13 episodes long.
Okay, so we're roughly halfway through.
We're almost halfway there, yeah. But
yeah, I like the hidden power thing. I like that. I like that so far. It's just enhancements of what they already do. Including in the sense that, like, okay, obviously, crescent beam shower is an enhancement of what Venus already does, which is crescent beam. It's just crescent beam, but there's more of them. But I do like that, like, bubble spray freezing. It's a totally different move from bubble spray, but it's still a support move. Yeah. It's still just, like, freeze the monster to put them in place so someone else can do the final hit. Because, as usual, Ami is the controller. Ami, like, and then Usagi is the tank, I think we've established, because she draws the aggro. Yeah. And then everybody else is DPS.
Yeah. Any other thoughts about this?
Babies. Very baby-focused pair of episodes, also.
Yeah.
Again, like, it's just right after another. Yeah. Just the Ail and An just going younger and younger for their energy sources.
I think we'll be back to normal people next, because I don't want to say adults, because like, it's also 14-year-olds and teenagers.
I get you what you mean,
but
people on the, like, the base default Sims 4 model of character.
Yep, that is accurate.
But yeah, these were really fun episodes. I like these a lot. And I like the idea of the sort of power upgrades. I like that it's not just Usagi gets the new shit, like, everybody gets some new shit. Yeah. Because Usagi had, like, again, I think the whole last episode before these two was Usagi getting her new shit, so that was the start of this, really. Yeah, basically. I just didn't realize it was going to be a theme for all the characters. And Minako-focused episode was kind of fun. Yeah. I think the Usagi parallels almost detracted it in some ways, in the sense that I just want to see more of Mina. That's fair. Like, if it's going to be a Mina-focused episode, I want stuff that's unique to Mina. Yeah. I totally believe the stuff that happens. Like, that everything feels very in character. It's not like they shoehorned her to be more like Usagi. I think Mina might be, I think I've said this before, might be the Sailor Guardian that is most like Usagi. Yeah. Yeah, that's also true because, like, Mina was originally the protagonist. Right. And then Usagi was the protagonist. So, like, there are lots of traits that they both have that they have because those are protagonist traits to Naoko Takeuchi. And I think I've said before that, like, Mina feels a lot like Usagi. Again, like, she has her own cat, too. Like, Mina feels like Usagi, except she's been doing this longer. Yeah. And is a little more confident at it. And also Mina has her own, like, little things, like, the sayings. The sayings, yes. She's also, I think, a bit more conceited than Usagi is. That's a high bar, I feel like. That is a high bar, but, like, we see her, like, being like, oh, how about Sailor Venus, though? That's true. Maybe especially this season, actually, because, like, that feature of Usagi, I think, has been downplayed a little bit. Yeah, fair. Not entirely. It's still there, but, like, we haven't gotten that much of Usagi this time. Because I think, because of character development, like, she has she is really struggling with the, trauma of being a superhero again.
Yeah.
And she has other things to concern herself with now. Whereas Mina is still Mina. Like, Mina hasn't changed that much from
Mina's boyfriend hasn't forgotten about her.
Because she doesn't have one, as far as we know. I mean, there was Alan.
Right, but Alan is gone.
Yes. Also, I like Mina's stuffed animals. I like that she has a bunch of stuffed animals in her room. I didn't check to see if any of them were thematic. Like, if any of them were a rabbit or anything.
No, because that's Usagi has the rabbits.
Well, yeah, but Mina doesn't have her own animal association to my knowledge. I mean, hang on. If we gave all of the characters, because, like, Venus...
Yeah.
I don't actually, off the top of my head, know what animals are sacred to Venus. I think maybe swans?
Oh, that would make sense.
I think swans and doves.
Yeah. I mean...
Sailor Mars has crows.
She has crows. I don't think that's thematically relevant to Mars.
They are named Phobos and Deimos.
Yeah,
but
she just did that.
She just did that before, like, she's also just a Greek mythology fan.
Does Mercury have anything?
Mercury, snakes, kind of. Because
doesn't seem like
caduceus with the snakes on it.
Yeah, I don't think Ami would like snakes.
I don't know if Ami would dislike
I don't think she
snakes.
would dislike them, but I don't think they would be her favorite.
No. What do you think Ami's favorite animal would be?
I mean cats, honestly.
That does seem, considering she saw Luna and was like, oh, an angel.
Mm-hmm.
That seems pretty, yeah.
Maybe like mice.
Maybe?
Just because she's smart. And smart people like mice. I don't
Because of,
fucking
like,
know.
what, like lab rats?
Yeah, like lab rats. That's what I was fucking going for. It's
okay.
Stupid.
They're also the smartest organisms on Earth.
That's not true?
Yeah,
They're not smarter than humans.
Yeah, no, it goes mice, then dolphins, then humans.
I don't think that's true.
I'm making a Hitchhiker's Guide joke.
Oh. I don't fucking know.
The mice made the computer that calculated the whole 42 thing.
Oh, okay.
God, you're doing it.
What about Jupiter?
Eagles.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of birds, though.
Yeah.
Heavy bird focus.
I guess Jupiter, Mako could like eagles.
Mako would like
seem
eagles,
out of character. I think she likes dogs, though. I think she would like dogs.
Oh, she would like dogs.
You know?
Anywai.
That
was fun, though. We should do more stuff like that more often.
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, these episodes are good. And, Mie... How did Mie hear about Sailor Moon, but not Sailor Venus?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
Because the Sailor V merch still exists. I don't know if we've seen it yet.
Well, again, that's not Sailor Venus, though.
True.
As far as anyone knows.
Yeah.
I really do. So watching She-Ra. My other favorite magical girl anime right now. Been thinking about remakes of things. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's a remake of Sailor Moon.
I mean, there is.
Could make. I mean, yes, I know about Sailor Moon Crystal or whatever, but that's not what I want. Yeah,
because Sailor Moon Crystal's thing is it's a mostly direct adaptation of the manga.
Okay. I'm thinking like She-Ra does, and you can change character designs up and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe increase some representation.
So what you want is the original American version of Sailor Moon that never got made.
What?
Oh my god, okay.
I don't know.
Boy,
what? This is new.
This might be too much to go into on this episode. But I am going to.
Okay.
So, before Deke decided to dub Sailor Moon,
right?
And change a lot of stuff, there was going to be a completely, or not completely, mostly original Americanization of Sailor Moon. Like there's the American version of The Office.
Right.
Or kind of like Power Rangers.
Right.
Compared to Sentai.
Mm-hmm.
That was going to have live action segments.
Really?
Was I believe the people who were going to make it were called Toon Makers? They don't exist anymore. And the clips of this are very, very rare. They were lost completely for years.
My god.
But I believe more have been surfacing lately, actually.
Okay.
And basically the idea was Sailor Moon was an American high school girl. And the other Guardians, the other scouts, the other Sailor Scouts,
right,
were tokens. Like they,
okay.
I believe Rei was Japanese.
Okay.
Jupiter, Mako. I don't know what their names were going to be. Probably they were going to be what they ended up being in the deep dub. I'm not sure. But Jupiter was black.
Okay.
I believe Mina was Hispanic.
Okay.
Latina in some way.
Ami
used a wheelchair.
Okay.
Which, like, on its surface is cool, kind of. But fucking Captain Planet, you know what they were doing.
Yeah, it's yeah.
And also the animation was really bad. They had surfboards that they rode through space.
Okay.
That sounds cool, but it wasn't. Tuxedo Mask looked like a fucking meathead. It's bad.
Okay. In principle,
In principle, the idea of a more diverse cast,
yes,
is cool.
Mm-hmm. But also, I can't remember why I brought up the idea of a remake. You've ruined me.
I'm so sorry.
I have no idea why.
You were thinking about She-Ra and
She-Ra. I was like, are we recording?
Yeah, we sure are.
We have just tried to listen back to the episode to see what the fuck I was talking about, and I can't fully remember it still. And I think it had something to do with Sailor V and Sailor Venus, and there's if you remade the show. Oh, I remember what it was. Fuck. I remember it.
Great.
Okay, I was gonna say I want a remake of Sailor Moon that delves into the details of how superhero merchandising works in this universe.
Okay.
And why there's like a Sailor V movie and shit, and the badges and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I want a remake that, like, again, in addition to maybe having a little bit more representation and maybe some different body types in the cast.
Yeah, different body types would definitely be. Sorry, I don't want to make you lose your.
No, it's fine. I basically got it.
It's so hard for me with anime because, like, these characters are all Japanese, but also Japanese people are the majority in Japan.
Yes.
So it's kind of more complicated than that.
Yes.
There are black people in Japan who are often not represented, or if they are, they're not represented well in anime.
And white people in Japan are often represented pretty well, actually.
Actually.
Korean
people, Chinese people in Japan, in anime, often not represented well.
Mm-hmm.
Japanese people with darker skin tones.
Not represented well,
stuff like that, it would definitely be nice to see.
Yeah.
And different body types.
Different body types, please.
Please.
I know it might be a little stereotypical, but as a fat guy, I feel like I'm okay with saying I vastly prefer the idea of Usagi as chubbier.
Mm-hmm. I wish Mako had clearly
defined muscles.
Especially because, like, the visual of her being really buff but also wearing dresses is very nice and cool. Stuff like that, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And
but also story-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about why this is a thing. Why this happened.
I mean, maybe she made the badge.
Sailor Moon?
No.
Oh, it's like professional level drawing,
okay.
I feel.
Yeah.
Which is maybe hard to represent, like, in animation, if it was otherwise. It would be really easy to just make it like a little stick figure or something.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's professionally made. This looks like a little sticker you could buy at a store.
Okay. Dog barking hour now.
It's dog barking hour.
Sorry if we can't edit this out.
But yeah, I just want to delve into that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And also more representation without tokenism.
Yeah.
Put a non-binary character in there also. Which She-Ra has also done.
We'll get there. I don't want to like write checks I can't cash because I think it is kind of complicated, but we'll get there.
Okay.
Yeah, Sailor Moon does some stuff with gender.
Okay.
I don't think it's a spoiler to say that.
Uh-huh. I knew it did stuff with, like, sexuality. I didn't know it did
Yeah.
anything with gender.
Is there anything else you
I don't think so.
had thoughts about? As always, thanks for listening.
Mm-hmm. You're
feel
welcome.
I feel like I always we're supposed to switch,
Yeah.
but I never
As
allow for it.
As always, that feels weird to say, because that's your thing. You can find me at Frylord Zarek on Twitter.
You can find me at Larena27 on Twitter.
And you can find the show at late_school.
And thank you to Kevin MacLeod for use of the song Semi-Funk.
The moonlight is a messenger of love.
Sailor Moon, Sailor Moon, Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the song.
It's
that
a
plays.
good song.
Yeah.
It's a good fucking song.